Welcome back to my campaign run of Doom 2016.
You have the crucible, and with it the means to contain the power of the well. We have a plan to send you there. Vega will walk you through the process.
This is part 3 of the series. Please check out parts 1 and 2 for more commentary. As we come to the game's close, we have walked on Mars, gone to hell, explored UAC facilities, and then gone to hell again.
This is my primary operating facility. It is where I was created and where my core processing unit is maintained. It takes approximately 2.4 terawatts of power to sustain my operational capabilities, but it has been decided that we can use that power to send you to the source of... I will not survive the procedure and am unable to self-terminate, so I will walk...
It feels so good to cycle through the weapon mods.
All interior and exterior facility doors have been secured. You will need to begin by finding a way in and disabling the security systems.
Vega is so polite and helpful. He's like the most helpful AI you could possibly have. I like how a lot of people compare the game sometimes to Halo, specifically the way that Doom Guy looks to Master Chief and how they both have AIs that help them. But someone had commented before on how it's funny because whereas Cortana is always telling Master Chief, you're going to get us killed, don't do this. Doom Guy is like, I need to get into that room and kill those demons, and Vega's just, all right, let me open the doors. You know, it's one of those things. This is such an interesting level in the game because we're so used to the desolate plains of Mars, the destroyed facilities of UAC, or even going to hell and back. But this level is the Vega Central processing. So it's really cool because the areas look different. There's still plenty of demons as I kill all these imps. But more importantly, this area is located somewhere completely different because we have like these polar ice caps. So because it's so much heat and Vega has to be able to process his unit in order to create, more specific things, they need to be able to keep it cool. It's like a giant ass computer. So they use the ice caps to keep everything cool. Right now, I basically have to shut them down in order for it to create a big enough hell wave to send me back so that I can use the crucible to basically finish my mission and close the hell gates once and for all. And again, there's like the sadness to this just because this whole game, Doom Guy is not taking shit from anybody. He's killing all these demons, doing his thing. And then he's not taking Samuel Hayden's shit either, basically telling him, hey, fuck off. But Vega's always been super helpful. And, as an AI, people could say, oh, he's not real. But, I mean, same thing, like Data in Star Trek or Johnny Five in Short Circuit. These robots or these intelligent beings ascend. And so Vega's just a really cool character and concept. So there's always that aspect of, yeah, I'll sacrifice myself, destroy me in order to send you back. Because Vega is basically created by really, really huge amounts of Argent energy. So that's his core. So sometimes you got to sacrifice. And there's a really cool thing later in the game where you're shutting him down and you get to actually upload a copy of him. So I'm assuming you're going to be able to use that in Doom Eternal. Because again, Doom Guy is not done killing demons. And of course he's going to need trusty Vega to help him do it. Again, who's going to open up the doors or give him quippy little lines as he beats the shit out of revenants.
Auxiliary neural security network offline.
My vital operating systems are now vulnerable. I recommend destroying my coolant system first. This will accelerate the destabilization process.
He's so polite and helpful, even when he's going to sacrifice himself. As I rip and tear through these last levels, I really wanted to take a moment and answer some questions that some people have sent to me. Kind of a way of me showcasing and explaining some of my favorite things about the game. From Steve M, he asked, what is your favorite weapon? Okay, that's hard, just mostly because there's so many good weapons. I'm very partial to the heavy assault rifle, mostly, especially when it's the tactical scope mode, just because having a sniper rifle is really helpful. On top of that, I also really enjoy the plasma rifle. Whether which mode you choose, whether you're using the heat blast or the stun bomb, both of them are very helpful. The heat blast is cool because it eviscerates people as you go through, and then the stun blast is really awesome because when I'm using it, I see a pinky coming my way, I pause him, and then I kind of blow the shit out of its back. So it's a good way to kind of stop some of those higher powered enemies, and that gives you a second to breathe. So I really enjoy that. The BFG is okay, but it's really overpowered, and it is very helpful, but I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites. The chain gun's a lot of fun to fire. The Gauss cannon's all right. I like it, but it's whatever. The super shotgun, love that, especially when you're killing imps. That's a lot of fun. So I would mostly say that it'd probably have to be a tie-up between the plasma rifle and the heavy assault rifle in tactical scope. Besides that, I'm not a big fan of the rocket launcher. I used it in my original campaign. I thought it was very helpful, but as I got better at it, I realized there were other aspects that I enjoyed. And then the sidearm, the plasma little gun, is okay. I like that it's infinite ammo, but it's not really for me. And then the combat shotgun, you don't necessarily need it once you've upgraded the super shotgun.
A tier 3 fellow wouldn't panic, and neither should you.
This little maze area is annoying because you got to backtrack a little bit. That kind of sucks.
Unlike everything else in your life, your work here matters.
But something that does not suck are the holograms in my equipment. I love using these because, as you can see, that stupid ass Pinky thought that was me. And it very clearly is not. Oh shit, there's another one. See, again, chain gun. Look how fucking badass it is. But if you use the hologram correctly, the demons think that it's you, right? And the cool, they see you shooting at them. But here, double team. Bam.
Should you find yourself caught in the
See, it's like these little attentions to detail that makes it so cool. Alright, as I traverse here, let's do another question. Miss Ponch asks, which mission environment is your favorite to play? That's hard. All the hell levels are basically my favorites. Specifically, I really enjoy Kedingir Sanctum. I think that has some of the most fun and most exciting boss battles. I really enjoy killing those monsters as they come at me. But I'm also very, very fond of the Foundry because I've played it so many times in my campaigns. And I also really enjoy, not the Necropolis, but I do like Titan's Realm, especially the concept of going inside the giant Titan's mouth. I think that's really, really cool. And then Lazarus Labs, just because you get to fight the Cyber Demon. These holograms are so useful. I mean, he saw me pull it up. I'm right next to him. God, these fucking things are stupid. Adriana M asks, any words of wisdom to new players just starting out? Honestly, keep moving. Don't stop. If you really want to play this game, you think it looks really cool, then you gotta keep moving because the game is designed to punish you. If you stop, if you stay static and in place, the things will kill you because it's like a giant game of chess. As you can see here, I got a Spectre, this invisible Pinky that if I just kind of stop moving, right here it's okay because I'm in a corridor. But when you have an open spot where everything's coming at you from different angles, you gotta keep moving. So that's my main thing. And also enjoy it. Enjoy this game for what it is. It doesn't take itself super seriously, which I think is really, really cool. But on top of that, it also is just a really good first-person shooter. As far as the original Doom is concerned, I mean, there's a big fan community. Again, here's another one of those fucking access cards. They never stop. Even though it's really big in the community, if you kind of just see this and this looks interesting and you want something where you can just blow things up, this is a good game for you. Fuentes the Meteorologist asks, how much and how often do you play Doom? Well, when it first came out, I played it nonstop until I passed the campaign. And then for a while there, I was really into the lore, really getting into Doom for the first time. And then after that, I played it sporadically. Other games were coming out, so I'd kind of switch here and there. Wolfenstein was something that I was introduced to right after Doom, so Bethesda's, those games were fantastic. And then other games came out. So I played it sporadically here and there. And then ever since Doom Eternal was announced, I got back into it. And then just recently, these past 2 weeks, in preparation and kind of getting my feet wet again, trying to get back into the mode, I've been playing it in order to get all the trophies.
Generators. Once they are no longer functional, my primary systems should begin to melt down.
Okay, this part of the mission is batshit insane. Basically, you gotta destroy all 4 of Vega's coolant generators. The thing is, whenever you destroy one of them, a huge horde and wave of demons come out. And there's all kinds of them that come out. And so, again, it's that chessboard. You have to kind of figure out exactly how to take out every single bad guy. Now, the thing is, it is not recommended that you destroy all 4 coolant generators at the same time, because the amount of enemies that come out is so insane. If you are someone that loves playing this game and you want to go for it, then do it. But as you can see here, I suffer for it because this is really, really hard, because the bad guys do not stop. And this goes perfectly with another one of the questions asked. IdleEQ asks, what's your favorite thing about the game? Honestly, besides the amazing soundtrack, besides the awesome concept designs, the lore that's behind everything, and the fact that it doesn't take itself too seriously, but still gives you an awesome experience, what I love about this game is you get to choose how you want to play, and it's so much more than just a mindless shooter. You actually have to do things. I'm not a big first-person shooter myself. I'm not a big fan of the games. There's not a lot that I really play. And I'm also very into narratives, and this game doesn't have much of a narrative that you get right out. You have to really dig in and build it yourself. Overall, that's what makes this game so special. It's really in the control of the player. You're gonna get out of it what you put in, and I think that in itself is really special. And you get to kill demons in very grotesque ways. I mean, what's not to love? The space is so big, I don't want the Berserk power-up to go to waste. H. Rodriguez asks, have you listened to the soundtrack? Well, we're listening to it right now. But in all seriousness, no, yeah, that's definitely, oh, fuck, there's a Baron. That's definitely one of the best parts of this game. Just the guitars, the way that he synthesizes things. Mick Gordon is a musical genius, and I'm so happy that they utilized him to create the soundscapes here. Check out NoClip's documentary on the making of Doom and listen to his process. I think it's part 3. His process in creating the music is fascinating. It's so metal. After the game dropped, it felt like forever for the full album to be available, but the day it was out on Apple Music, it was on constant repeat in my car. Some of my favorite tracks are Rip and Tear, Hellwalker, Transistor Fist, Rust, Dust, and Guts, Damnation, but by far the best track, and as everybody can attest to, is BFG Division. When that song starts playing, especially in the game, it gets your blood pumping.
The train below will take you to the entrance.
I don't know why, but jumping on the train is one of my favorite things to do in the game. And again, this is going to take me to another crazy area.
For you to gain access to my core, the demonic threat must be removed from the room ahead.
Makes sense. Better change my guns. Yep. I like how the encounters get so much more intense as we're reaching the end. Like, they're not waiting. They're not waiting at all. See, if you're not moving, they will fuck you up. The Jose Vega asks, what rune configuration do you use? I like to mix it up depending on what I'm doing, but really I'm a big fan of combining Rich Get Richer, Armor Defensive, and Equipment Power. The fact that I get unlimited ammo for all weapons as long as I'm at 75 armor and Glory Killing Demons drops armor, that's a wicked combination. And I like using my frag and siphon grenades, so the Equipment Power rune is super useful. But honestly, I wish we could equip more than 3 of these hellish relics at a time. I really like the practicality of vacuum and in-flight mobility. It makes things so much easier. And I also enjoy the brutal combo of Dazed and Confused, Savagery, and Seek and Destroy. R. Gutierrez asks, I just recently started playing Doom and I want to connect with people in the community. Where do you recommend I start? That's a great question. The Doom subreddit is filled with lots of cool people. It's filled with great videos and memes. I've had a positive experience there with passionate Doom players, so I'd start there. Personally, I also really enjoy the goddamn Doom Guy blog on Tumblr. Lots of funny stuff on there, and I really like @ModSquidArts Twitter account. It's very lit. And the art is fantastic. This fight is not going my way. I am getting fucked up. Again, constant movement. This area sucks just because there's so many different platforms to get on top of, and you gotta keep switching your weapons because I keep running out of ammo. But if you know what you're doing, it really helps. And here, I'm just trying to survive. And sometimes the game will do that to you. These pinkies, man. When they're all together, it sucks because, again, you gotta find that fleshy bit to destroy. So you'll take so much punishment in the front because of all that armor. It sucks. And then just them combined with the Revenant, the Cacodemons, all of it just sucks. All of it just sucks. And there's an imp, so you just gotta gotta fight through. And of course, the Summoner, who keeps bringing more of them to the fight. Of course, we got an invisible pinky all the way over there. There's just, you can't stop. You don't get a chance to catch your breath. You gotta keep moving. It just raises my blood pressure. Gotta be strategic. Don't forget to use the chainsaw, it helps. I love this music as I ascend. Feels epic.
Once Vega's core is destroyed, the vacuum of energy will pull you back into hell. We have your destination set to the well's location. Now use the crucible to power it down, and the portal here on Mars will be closed permanently. They will not allow access to the well without a fight. But I'm sure that's what you're looking for, isn't it?
I love this part of the game because it just feels like that epic moment in a movie where you're like on a timeline and you gotta okay, this is it. We gotta make it work. And there he is. There's Vega.
purpose is over.
Thank you, Vega.
I love that little moment. Vega will be back. And here we are once again in hell for the final time, because this is the last mission of the game. Argent. I love the hellscapes presented. Shout out to the concept artist, because this shit looks cool. There I am in statue form, and there's Mars as it rips into hell. Again, the concept designs that we have here are so cool because of the fact that this is a dimension in hell, and just from the relics to the way that the stones look, the way that everything just kind of floats in limbo, it's just awesome. In fact, just as awesome as this first enemy encounter. This is by far one of my favorite enemy encounters in the entire game. When I reviewed this as my favorite game of 2016, I did use gameplay from this level the first time I played it. So you kind of get to see me ripping and tearing through all of these hell demons. So I thought I'd play it again now because I have more experience and I have a completely decked out weapon dossier. Continuing with some of the questions, I've got PJ the Jimbo Jimenez, who asks, do you think Doomguy will ever be a playable character in Super Smash Bros? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it's wishful thinking. I think it's cool. I hope he has enough of a fan base to be able to do that. I want to be hopeful. That'd be really cool, to be honest, but I don't know. There's also a follow-up question with that, and that is, why does the Marine guy look like Halo? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. Doomguy isn't Master Chief. I mean, Master Chief doesn't destroy demons this good. Look at me fucking him up. I love this power-up. Myra R asks, where can I buy Doom merch? What's out there? You know, it's crazy to think that we used to have such limited Doom merch out there, but since the game's success and the upcoming sequel, we've gotten pops, a mystery mini, there's some quality statues, even some plush dolls, and even McFarlane Toys made a pretty awesome Doomslayer figure. So right now, we have a feast. GameStop, Amazon, and the Bethesda store are places I check out. A Bat Out of Gel asks, what's your favorite demon? I talked about this a little bit, I believe, in the first part of this series. Gotta be the Baron of Hell. I love the Baron of Hell. They're tough, they look cool, and they're just awesome. Other than that, the imps are just so versatile. I can be put in a room full of imps and a super shotgun and have a blast for hours. I also really love the pinkies. I think those are some of my favorite. I love how this mission is just encounter to encounter to encounter. There's no time to really breathe here. You're just kind of being thrown into all kinds of demons coming at you, which makes sense because you are trying to use the Crucible to basically destroy the Wraiths, I believe they're called. Margaret CS asks, what are you most looking forward to for Doom Eternal? Honestly, more content. I'm just excited for more content. Hugo Martin, the game director, talks about how the campaign is twice as long, how the encounters will be more intense and methodical. I'm excited for more lore. Is this the same Doomguy across all the games? I'm excited for new demons and new music. I'm excited to use Doomguy's retractable arm blade, his meat hook, the flamethrower, to use his new dash mechanics. I saw a meme that cracked me up by Normal Average Guy on Tumblr. Basically, it's a picture of the Doomslayer's updated armor, and it says, well, I finally found the new Doomguy design, and I love it. I personally didn't like him having his arms covered up in the first game. I'm glad they made him sleeveless like in his classic design. He looks like someone that Paul Bonner would draw. Doomguy just looks so brutal and barbaric, having his biceps and triceps revealed. The new design is a 10/10 to me. Also, I love Andrew Taylor's YouTube comment on the game's gameplay trailer that says, Halo. Mjolnir armor now has a built-in thruster pack and overall looks more functional and tactical. Doom. Yeah, so Doom Guy's too jacked, so he has short sleeve armor, then separate gauntlets. We also added a shoulder-mounted grenade launcher slash flamethrower, and also a wrist sword for extra stab, because fuck it. And yeah, that's how I feel. Let's use the rocket launcher. I'm not using this much. See, the rocket launcher isn't one of my favorites. It's not as much damage as you'd think it would be, and that's kind of disappointing. First Wraith liberated. Let's answer a few more questions as we reach the end of the game. Miggle asks, besides the game, do you interact with the lore in any other way like art or fan fictions? I don't really draw Doom Guy or any of the demons. I mean, I have little doodles. The farthest I would say is I do have my Doom Guy Adventure series on YouTube. Basically, I'm playing with the McFarlane action figure and I'm creating some really cool things. Things that make me laugh. If it makes you laugh, awesome. So that's kind of what I do. For that, I did draw the title art, so that was a lot of fun. But really, if we're talking about writings, I've always in my head had this idea of writing some kind of a fan fiction where we just have Doom Guy and Samus from Metroid, just kind of having some kind of like slice of life, almost like a romantic anime, but with these two characters instead. I just think that would be really funny. Just kind of the idea of them just falling in love. I don't know. It's just a simple idea in my head that just cracks me up when I think about it. Will I ever do it? Probably not. Would I like to do it? Fuck yeah. Second Wraith taken down. Just like this. Bam. Gonna shut down the well so I can close the portal. One more to go. Final demon encounter. Let's go. And final question. The Yaz says, you talk very highly of this game. What was the moment you were all in? The moment you knew the game had you? Easy. At the end of the game's opening sequence at the UAC, when you take the elevator and Samuel Hayden starts talking, Doom Guy starts checking his gauntlets as Mick Gordon's At Doom's Gate track starts to play. Hayden says, I'm willing to take full responsibility for the horrible events of the last 24 hours. But you must understand. The music builds, it's much more cool. Our interest in their world was purely for the betterment of mankind. At this moment, Doom Guy looks down and stares at the deceased UAC employee in the elevator. The music keeps building. Doom Guy cracks his knuckles in anger as Hayden continues. Everything has clearly gotten out of hand, yes, but it was worth the risk, I assure you. Doom Guy then smashes the intercom. The music beats to the action as we explode into the opening titles, and then the title Doom appears on screen as the music swells into heavy metal strings and industrial metal sounds. As the song ends, Doom Guy cocks his shotgun to the last beat of the track in perfect harmony. Without a word from our protagonist, we get so much character in this stylized opening scene. It's perfect. This is the moment I knew I was in for the ride. And what a ride it's been. I mean, this game, when it first came out, not Doom 2016, but Doom itself, the actual game that was first made by id Studios. This was a game that just changed the landscape. People have loved that game, its lore, its background, its gameplay for so long. It's become a staple to the first-person shooter. And the fact that it was remade and people were just so passionate about it. And that's what this game is. It creates passion in its players. People love this silly story of this fucking Doom Marine that just kind of walks around killing demons because he hates them. Whether you believe he does it because they killed his bunny Daisy, or whether you're just in it because you love the idea of destroying things with your guns. Doesn't matter. This is a game focused on passion, a game focused on the unbelievable, the bizarre, the absurd, the ridiculous, the wickedly funny, the wickedly smart. It's self-aware, everything about it. You know, the fact that I can be so passionate about this and not be the only person claims so much. The fact that I took the time to replay this game to get all the trophies and at the same time to record this video and to even share my thoughts to begin with. I don't have to do this, but the fact that I wanted to because the game means that much to me. These are the kinds of encounters, these are the kind of experiences that you want in your gameplay. These are the things that you want. And as you can see, I can have a hard time killing these monsters. But even if I die again and again and again, doing it again and again and again is so much fun. Because I'm never not having fun. Yes, I get frustrated. Yes, I die here and there. But I'm always having a good time. And that's kind of the purpose of this. Kind of like Hugo Martin talked about in the game. You want to have fun when you're playing it. And that's why I'm so excited for Doom Eternal. Because it's not just the gameplay that I love, but it's the story and everything about it. And I've always been into like cool demonic type shit anyway, just because I think it's all very interesting. So for me, it's like a double hitter. Overall, I love this game. And I'm so glad that you guys have been here listening to me talk about it. But as we continue, this is the final encounter. And right next, we're going to have the last boss fight. We're going to take on the Spider Mastermind. Those sounds, they're so satisfying. Just replenishing everything. This is it. This is the last wraith. Let's close down the well. So for the Spider Mastermind, I want to have Saving Throw 2, Armored Offensive 2, and Rich Get Richer 2. I like this combination because it really helps. But honestly, let's do In-Flight Mobility. Because there are moments where the Spider Mastermind electrifies the ground, and I need to be in better control of my double jump. So let's do this. Got my Gauss Cannon ready. Right there. Straight into Precision Mode. That's my recommendation. Precision Mode will be very helpful. I got my Siphon Grenades. That'll give me back health and armor. And then I got to be able to shoot the brain. So I got to make sure I got those Micro Missiles. Got a double shotgun. All right. Yeah, I think I'm ready. Chain gun. Yep. Got that. Plasma rifle. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this one. Just in case I get close. Then again, Gauss Cannon. All right, let's do this. Final encounter.
They promised me so much.
This is such a cool visual. They just perfectly recreate such an iconic bad guy from the first game. Yes. Ugh. Okay, so my strategy for taking him on is I use the precision bolt on the Gauss Cannon to shoot his brain. It doesn't cause a shit ton of damage. I mean, if you use siege mode, it's probably a lot stronger, but it's harder to maneuver. So the whole plan is to move around because he does shoot these little balls at you. He has these lasers that he points out at you, and it does fuck you up. So you gotta keep shooting him in the brain. That's the only thing that'll hurt him. Don't shoot his legs, just shoot his brain. It sucks when he does this because, again, he kind of moves around. He's blasting you. So you just gotta keep moving and just kind of keep dodging as you can. The more damage you do, you'll notice that he actually starts to take damage. You start to physically and visually see the damage that he's taking because his brain starts to turn more of a purple, starts getting bruised, and it's much more grotesque. So as you can see, I keep hitting him here, and then he drops like little health and stuff like that. So you got to kind of keep doing it. I use the Siphon Grenade to get more. Sometimes I'll use the BFG if that's helpful. It stuns him, so I can just kind of shoot him up here, and then we just kind of keep going from there. As there, I'm going to use the BFG again and just kind of keep shooting at him until this fucking guy is taken out. Now again, when he pulls up the platforms, he electrifies the ground, and that does take your life. So you want to get on top of these, and that's when I use, again, every time I use it, it pushes me off. But the thing is, he moves so much, and that's kind of one of the problems. So you have to be precise in your movements. Otherwise, he will mess you up. So you got to keep on moving, keep on ducking, and do the best that you can. He keeps moving. I'm going to switch over to the Micro Missiles. Here we go. Yeah, right there. Doesn't do a lot of damage. Oh, fuck. See, again, you got to be careful. He hits you. I keep running out of my Siphon Grenades. I throw them too much and they keep missing. So that's the hard part. There we go. There we go. I need that health. Stop taking me to the combat shotgun. Damn it. Get some health. keep falling off. Damn it. See, this is why you put saving throw on. I would have died right there. I worked hard for that rune, so I'm gonna use it. God, don't die. Oh, he's almost dead. Keep in mind, at some point, he's gonna run. As you can see, he's already really damaged. Yeah, change that. Oh, fuck. There we go. See? So right there, he's damaged. He's a siphon grenade. He starts to get more and more disoriented. So when that happens, he can't hit you as much. He's kind of stuck to his side, as you can see. He's kind of paralyzed. So this is the moment of strike. Kill the shit out of him. Such a cool detail. Just trying to defend itself. That's the level of accuracy and level of content I want in my villain boss designs. Motherfucker. There we go. This is the end. Woo! Did it. Yes. And we get this awesome glory kill. Fuck yeah. That's how we do it. And yeah, so this is the last cutscene. That's the end of the game. Hayden brings me back to Earth and basically takes the Crucible from me, turns it into a badass energy sword. So it opens it up for the sequel. Whether or not Hayden's going to be the bad guy, I don't think so, but we'll see.
You've won. It's
But
over.
here, he's definitely
You
playing that
stopped the
part.
invasion and closed the portal. But it's come at a price. Argent, Vega, this entire operation. You see, I've watched you work, come to understand your motivation. You think the only way is to kill them all, leave nothing behind. And you may be right. But we can't just shut it all down. Without Argent energy, it will be worse. I don't expect you to agree. But with this, we can continue our work. I am not the villain in this story. I do what I do because there is no choice.
Rerouting tether coordinates complete.
Our time is up. I can't kill you, but I won't have you standing in our way. Until we see each other again.
And again, here we have that iconic music going forward. And this is the end of the game. Ah, so good. Thank you for watching me play Doom 2016. I had a blast. I hope you guys had a good time too. For this next part, we're going to watch the credits. I'm not going to talk because these are some of the coolest credits I've ever seen. So enjoy. Thank you for watching Rafa Rips and Tears through Doom 2016. I'll see you all on March 20th. Doom Eternal is almost here.